everyone. This is Fantastic Worlds, looking back to Lovecraft Country and the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. So here we are back at the couch, and I haven't received any of your requests for a particular order for questioning the patients. So we're going to continue going down the alphabetical order for the rest of this particular day. Elin, Marianna, and then Nathan. So let's start with our qualified angel of death. Yep, still dressing like she's in scrubs. Definitely identifies with her job. But let's start with the question that seems to be the way to start all of these. How are you today?
I haven't had a great day, to be honest. Someone accused me of stealing from my patients, which I would never do. Plus, Hilda's getting worse.
Okay. What did they accuse you of stealing?
This? Well, it started with this. It's a locket. Alice, one of my patients, gave it to me before she died.
Kind of an ethical gray area there, because you're never quite sure if they're capable enough to be able to do that, and frankly, that stuff should probably be moved with their estate. Okay, what else do your patients give you?
I have a few other things. A watch, a ring. One patient gave me a little china bird. They're not valuable, just trinkets, really.
Or trophies, depending on what you're doing with them. Okay, tell me about the trinkets.
Strictly speaking, all of the patient's belongings should be passed on to family members after they die.
Right.
But Alice's son never visited. He didn't care about his mum. Why would he care about some worthless piece of jewellery? It just doesn't feel right to me. What do you think, Doctor? Am I wrong to keep the locket?
Ethically speaking, yes, you are wrong to keep the locket. Because, like I was saying before, really she's in a position of power over the individual. The same thing if, like, say, a psychiatrist was dating one of their patients. Can't imagine why I'm thinking about that. Next patient.
Really? I don't see the harm. Alice wanted me to have it. You and Terry and all the other nurses just don't understand.
Well, why do you need the damn trinkets? Okay, let's start with the murder night, of course, Valentine's Day. What were you doing on Valentine's Day?
Actually, I had a hot date. It wasn't anything serious, just some guy I know. But it was a nice date. Different to what I'm used to.
Okay, why was the date different? And it makes me wonder. Yeah, that expression.
It was very traditional, old-fashioned, you know? Dinner at a nice restaurant. Then we went for a little walk along the pier. Held hands, had a bit of a kiss. Then he called a cab, and I went home, alone.
Ah, a gentleman. I can tell. That's unusual. God, she's perky. Anyways, let's see. Tell me about the guy.
His name is Max. He's really sweet, but I don't see a future between us. He's not really my type.
Oh, well, I guess you're just getting dinner out of him. Okay, tell me about Max.
I've known Max a couple of years, but this is the first time we've been on a date. I don't think he's boyfriend material.
Okay. Let me guess. Who accused you of stealing? I'm gonna say it's Terry.
Of course it was Terry that accused me of stealing. One of the other nurses. She's actually trying to make out that I'm some kind of HSK.
I'm betting that's the Angel of Death equivalent in Britain. What is HSK?
Healthcare serial.
Told you.
You know, like those nurses that kill loads of their patients. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it.
I have, but it's different in America.
Anyway, because a few of my patients have died on me, and some of those patients have given me gifts, Terry thinks it means that I've been killing them off.
Right. Cool. Tell me about Alice, your last victim.
Alice was one of my favourites. She never held back, spoke her mind about everything. But she had a wicked sense of humour.
Okay. Kind of going different directions here. Tell me about Dekker. You can always get back to him.
Yes, I had a session with Doctor Dekker on Valentine's Day. 3 o'clock, I think. Just a few hours later, he was... I still can't get over it.
Well, you know, it's different than the usual patients, right? Okay. Tell me about Hilda. I know I'm going everywhere at the moment.
Hilda's the one I mentioned in our last session. She's dying. I can tell. I need to see her before it's too late.
Why do you need to see Hilda? Does she need to take some trophy?
To help her finish her unfinished business. People who are dying always have things they wish they could do before they go. We leave a lot of loose ends in our lives. We're very messy that way.
This is true, actually. I have survived long enough to see this happen, but a lot of people don't have, manageable wills or estates established, and it gets into a mess, especially if the kids start fighting over it. It can tear a family apart. Okay. What is Hilda's unfinished business?
Hilda wants to see her daughter. She's in Australia, so I'm going to have to use my talent.
Your talent? What is your talent? Oh, this is where we get into the Lovecraftian shit, isn't it?
I can change my skin.
Ooh.
What I looked like.
Ah.
I can turn into a patient's loved one. I just hold their hand and ask them to imagine that the person they want to see is sitting right here next to them, and I become them.
That's a little creepy.
It's how I help them move on. That's how I comfort them.
I don't think you should be in healthcare, sweetie. Why does it comfort them?
I don't know. Sorry.
Okay. Part-timer. I have to look these up. Why... Oh, wait, how, I guess, does it comfort them?
I only shift at work to help my patients. I don't have any interest in using it as a party trick or to deceive anyone.
Right. Shapeshifters, great. Now I got a shapeshifter in here, which is actually canon, by the way, as a sequel to this is the shapeshifting detective. Maybe it's her brother. Okay. Actually, if we're going to be doing alibis here, what time did you call the cab?
I think it was about 11 when I left Max. I'm sure you could check with the taxi company if you really wanted to, if you think I need an alibi.
Yeah, I do think you need an alibi. But the thing is that Dekker's body, I think as the intro points out, was just after 10, which means that would be an alibi if the records match. But we can probably find that out somehow without a warrant, I'm sure. Okay, what? Wait. How do you tell when people are dying? She mentioned that about Hilda. Oh, we're actually in the amber already. What? How do you tell when people are dying? Weird. How did that get that? Tell me about dying?
I I feel like you're asking me questions about something I don't know anything about.
Well, you're the one. You're the one with all the dying people around you. Almost as bad as Claire. Okay. So what are we talking about? Oh, tell me about loose ends.
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't think I have any loose ends. I don't know what that says about me.
You're your work, essentially. Okay, so how does it comfort them? I need to start spinning.
I only shift at work.
Ooh. Okay. Shifting. Didn't we go over that part?
I only shift at work to help my patients. I don't have any interest in using it as a party trick or to deceive anyone.
Okay, so how do you shift your skin?
I've shifted a few times now. I honestly couldn't tell you how many.
Does it hurt when... Oh, good. You shift your skin. You never know. It could be side effects.
No, it doesn't hurt at all. I don't think it's a physical thing. I don't think my body actually changes. I think it's more like an illusion. Like my energy changes or something.
Okay, probably means her aura. What? Okay, tell me about your energy. In the words, her energy signature.
It just sort of fades when I let go of their hand. Obviously, I can't see myself, but I feel it leave me. If you get what I mean.
Okay, so she doesn't see herself changing, but imagines she does. So we're probably in delusion point. I mean, this reminds me of, God, what was that? What was that fake superhero movie? Mystery Men. That was it. Mystery Men, where they had one character who could turn invisible so long as no one was looking at him. Yeah, that's. Then I ask him, well, what about if you look at yourself? No. That makes me turn visible. How do you turn visible? You just know you do. So yeah, okay. Okay, why do you say people are messy?
Dr. Dekker almost certainly had
Here's his good one.
He didn't know he was going to die. But it's too late now. That's why I have to help Hilda while I can.
Yeah, okay. Little freaky. Oh, right, you have to hold their hand. She mentioned that.
It only lasts for as long as I'm holding their hand. I think it needs that connection.
Has anyone seen you shift? How many times have you shifted? She mentioned doing it a few times. This is interesting. What did Dekker... Okay. What am I thinking? How do we phrase this? Well, let me think about it for a second. See if we go back over these. All right, what is your talent?
I can change my skin. What I look like. I can turn into a patient's loved one. I just hold their hand and ask them to imagine that the person they want to see is sitting right here next to them, and I become them. It's how I help them move on.
All right.
That's how I comfort them.
Did we do comfort them yet? How do you comfort them? No, we did that one. Well, one of the things is that Claire said that Dr. Dekker was in a good mood. So, Dekker was in a good mood. So, yeah, one of the things we're going to have to do is start cross-referencing these guys.
We talked about families, I think. Our mums. I probably spent far too much time talking to Dr. Dekker about my mum.
It's like Psychiatry 101. Okay, tell me about your mum. Oh, I should revert back to type here.
I'm not sure about that.
What did you say about your mum?
My mum's a nightmare. I said she was into all this new age stuff,
Right,
right?
so she called Elin.
So she thinks she can tell me what I should be doing all the time because she got a message from her spirit guide that said I'm not eating well, or I'm not getting enough sleep, or I'm not looking after my inner moonbeam or whatever. It drives me nuts. But she's my mum. I love her, so I have to take it.
I'm curious. What did Dekker say about his mum?
Sounds like Dekker and his mum had a
there was
few
something
issues.
there.
That's what I liked about Dr. Dekker. It wasn't just him asking me questions and analysing me. He talked about himself as well.
Bad. You're not really supposed to do that during the session. You're supposed to do that them. Dekker's coming off worse and worse. Okay, what did Dekker say about his mum? Come on. What did Dr. Dekker say about his mother? Huh. All right. What did Dekker say about himself?
Mainly he talked about being a therapist.
Okay.
He said he had a few patients like me, you know, with special gifts. He said not all of them were as enlightened as me.
Yeah, you're playing them. You're just telling him why did he say you were enlightened? Yeah, this is how you manipulate people in a cult, is you just keep making them feel special about themselves, but completely dependent on your praise. Works with politicians, too. Let's see, why did he say you were enlightened?
Well, you know, I know what I can do is special. I see it as a good thing. But apparently, some of his other patients saw their abilities as a curse. Dr. Dekker hated that. He said he wished they could all be more like me.
Right. Crazy serial killers with magical abilities. Or completely delusional. Either works. Okay. Right. Doesn't changing your skin deceive your patients? Yeah, that's an ethical question right there. You just giving them the illusion that they're going to be moving on? Is that a good thing?
I don't think I'm deceiving my patients when I shift. I'm helping them.
How are you helping them? I think we already did that. What did Dekker say about his mum? Oh, good lord.
Sounds like Dekker and his mum had a few issues.
Ah, there we are.
That's what I liked about Dr. Dekker.
Dekker and his mum had a few issues. That's what I was trying to do earlier.
I'm not sure I should talk about that.
Oh, go ahead.
Aren't I breaking some reverse patient-therapist confidentiality?
Technically, only he has the legal definition of whether or not you can say anything you want about him. But he's also dead, so I hope he's dead. Remember, that coffin was empty. Gonna have to get back to that at some point, but I'm not sure entirely how. Okay, tell me about Dekker.
Yes, I had a session with Dr. Dekker on Valentine's Day. 3 o'clock, I think. Just a few hours later, he was... I still can't get over it.
I think we already did this part. How was Dekker on Valentine's Day? Oh, ow, well, that's not working.
Dr. Dekker seemed fine on Valentine's Day. He seemed to be in a good mood. It didn't seem like anything was bothering him.
Okay, Dekker was in a good mood? Question mark. Huh, did we? Oh, it was right there. How did we manage to get here without doing that? Weird. Anyways. Let's see, do we have any further stars here? What is your talent?
I can change my skin. What I look like. I can turn into a patient's loved one. I just hold their hand and ask them to imagine that the person they want to see is sitting right here next to them, and I become them. It's how I help them move on. That's how I comfort them.
Mm-hmm. So, not entirely sure where I go from that one. Let's see. How does it comfort them? I think we might have hit that. Oh. Yeah. We have, haven't we? Might have to go back. She might be one of the ones that are going to have to go back and check the schedule. Yeah, we already did that part. Because it's kind of going in a circle here.
Hilda's the one I mentioned in our last session.
Can you tell if they are dying?
Sorry, no.
Well, okay, you said you did. Can we just say dying? Get this parser to work.
That's not really important.
All right, so looks like I think we're supposed to come back on that, but you are wrong to keep the locket.
Really? Really? I don't see the harm. Alice wanted me to have it. You and Terry and all the other nurses just don't understand.
Tell me about Terry. Keyboard stuck. Give me a second here. If it's a real issue, we'll do the skip, but okay, tell me about Terry. Okay, why did Alice give you the locket?
It was the one thing she held on to right until the end. Her most treasured possession. She said she wanted me to have it. You don't argue with a dying person's last wishes.
Well, it depends on how coherent they are. Let's see. Okay. So, what were you doing on Valentine's Day? We did the cab part.
Actually, I had a hot date. It wasn't anything serious, just some guy I know. But it was a nice date. Different to what I'm used to.
Different than what she's used to. Okay. Wait, we already talked about that part. So she did mention love last time. Maybe that'll do it.
I don't know. Are you happy, Doctor?
Yes, I'm happy.
You seem happy. You have a very positive energy.
Don't eat it. Or whatever you do with your patients. Okay, so we still have a bunch of stuff to go through here that I just cannot seem to cycle around. I may want to hit Marianna, then double back on Elin, just because I think I'm getting a little spinny. But, you know, Marianna is the cover girl for this particular work, and she's in every one of their works so far, though she plays a different character in the other two. Oh, God, I've forgotten the name of the company. Hang on. Marianna, let's see what you got. Oh, colorful dress. She does seem the bohemian type in this particular character. Okay, Marianna, we'll start with the most basic. How are you today?
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and no blackouts.
Oh, that's
new
good.
Doctor and new hope.
Excellent.
You're much better behaved than Dr. Dekker.
Behaved? Oh, this is not good. Tell me about Dekker.
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know?
Oh, yeah. I
He said it
suspected.
was a breach of something or the other, but I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be.
Okay.
Shh.
Okie dokie. What breach of ethics, maybe?
You know, like a breach of ethics or something. Girl doesn't ask for details.
Right, that's the attachment issues I was talking about. And I suspected that, like, at the beginning here. Attachment issues means that she probably had a bad family life and then attaches onto any authority figure that gives her affection, which makes it extraordinarily dangerous. She thinks this is a way to get affection from Dekkers by, shall we say, presenting herself as a desirable target and bringing him in. Now, whether you want to say it's Dekker's breach of ethics or her doing it, I tend to think her is more the victim because Dekker should definitely know about. Tell me about the date.
Don't know. It's cold in here.
Okay, tell me. We should wear more clothing then. Tell me about the drinks.
Yeah, drinks. I think Dr. Dekker ordered neat whiskey. I had water. I don't drink.
How are you persuasive?
I know, it's pretty hard to believe, isn't it?
Haha.
I feel pretty ugly,
That may be legit.
but I think I have a nice smile.
Yeah, she definitely was abused as a child and is projecting. Okay, you're not ugly. Let's give her some positive confidence, but we're not dating.
Lots of people find me attractive, but I've seen something truly beautiful. Makes me feel dull by comparison.
Sister, probably. Okay, tell me about the beach.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session. Kind of missed it.
Okay, why? Okay, what beautiful thing have you seen?
I have a recurring dream where I find something beautiful in the sea.
In his house dreaming, no doubt.
But I don't know you that well yet, Doctor. Let's wait a while before I tell you my most intimate secrets.
Sorry to cut in,
Wait,
Doctor.
the hell?
I've just had a phone call from a solicitor. Ben's trying to sue us for nervous shock.
I'm in a
Shall I go
session.
and see him to talk it out, or shall I find a solicitor to represent us? Sorry to be pushy, I just think we should act quickly before it's too late.
You couldn't wait.
Well, just let me know.
The hell? Sorry, Marianna. My psychotic inherited assistant appears to be going insane. Well, you know, putting her on the list of may have stabbed repeatedly for not saying nice things about the coffee. Oh, my gods. Oh, tell me about Dekker. It's kind of the default, another default one we have around here. Wait, I found that already. Duh. Okay, what beautiful things have you seen? Let's see. I'm sorry, I got kind of distracted.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session. Kind of missed it.
Okay, the italics one is the ones I've already kind of done. Okay. Why have you missed it? Why have you missed it? Have we done that one? No, I don't think we have.
You do something a lot, you're gonna miss it. I suspect I'll go back there soon, but it's helped with the blackouts.
Right, you don't want Cthulhu calling you back in the water. Okay, so, beautiful thing have you seen? What is under the water? A lot of books in this session. Nope. Okay, so what do we got?
I have a recurring dream.
Dream. There we go. Tell me about the dream.
Wouldn't you like to know? Is our session up now?
Okay, so guess we're doing it later. Tell me about the drinks.
Yeah, drinks. I think Dr. Dekker ordered neat whiskey. Egg water. I don't drink.
All right, so why don't you drink?
I guess it was a couple of days before Valentine's Day.
Huh?
It wasn't a date or anything. I noticed in our sessions that he'd been acting a little strange. He just didn't seem right.
But he was happy,
I
apparently.
wanted to find out what was wrong.
Wait, that's his job, not your job. Okay, so got like a billion different directions to go. Right, what were you doing? Was that another one? On Valentine's Day.
I didn't do anything on Valentine's Day. I washed my hair and then I walked along the beach for the whole night. It's actually true. I saw one of your patients, actually. The nurse. She was on the pier with someone. Pretty much all of the night, too, so I can vouch for her, even though she probably didn't see me.
Huh. So, right. They're each other's alibi at the moment, which I'm still not doing a murder on the Orient Express, a particular description here that they may have been working together to kill Dekker because it's a bit of a conspiracy. Yeah, you're going to worry me. Hang on for a second. Need to be right back. And we're back. Sorry about that. I had to take an RL break there for a second. Yeah, one of the things we should go over is what exactly attachment issues are. Okay, so a lot of times what happens is that when we're younger, especially for cases of abuse, the healthy attachments we form with people are kind of developed then. And if unhealthy patterns are established, they become the norm for the person. Like, for example, one of the most common ones for women like this is to have a sexually abusive father figure. Thus, this becomes the normal pattern for them, and they become skilled in the manipulation of authority figures by sexuality, because that becomes the way they probably kept their abuser from becoming more abusive, which is kind of sickening, but unfortunately relatively common in our society. So that continues forward, and she does it. Odds are she's rootless. She doesn't stay in one place for very long. She doesn't form actual healthy attachments. She just passes through, as it were. At least that's my theory on her right now. She could actually be a deep one who's searching for Innsmouth, but we'll find out about that later, okay? Hang on, let's get started. Okay. Where were we? Actually, yeah, let's check the clues. Not the clues, the responses. Valentine's Day.
I didn't do anything on Valentine's Day. I washed my hair and then I walked along the beach for the whole night. It's actually true. I saw one of your patients, actually. The nurse. She was on the pier with someone. Pretty much all of the night, too, so I can vouch for her, even though she probably didn't see me.
Okay, let's go with, were you really washing your hair? Because that's a pretty common excuse when it comes to, at least it used to be. I don't know what it is these days. I was checking my phone.
Some girls say that they're washing their hair when they don't want to go out, but I was genuinely washing my hair. Do you think my hair is pretty, Doctor?
Sure, yes. Your hair is pretty. Most fans of the game do seem to think so.
It's such a mess. But thank you.
Did you just go out for drinks with Dekker? Oh, wait, we've done that already, but there is something else to say. Oh, one of the things that there are other women in here. Has he been trying to hit on them? Let's see. Do you know which patients Dekker dated?
I think her name was Scarlett? One of his patients, an older woman.
Yeah.
I guess that's how he liked them.
Red hair, huh? Is your mother red hair, Dekker? Or was she red-haired?
It's Scarlet with 2 T's. Pretentious.
Oh my god. How many times did you go out with Dekker?
We only went out for drinks that one time.
Sure. How was Dekker behaving strangely? I gotta spell Dekker correctly.
For a lot of our sessions, he would be pretty impartial. A passive listener. But towards the end, he liked interfering. Like, he wanted to push me over the edge.
Going with the Alderberry thing about trying to make your patients crazy to enough to break reality. This is really not what you should be doing with the practice of psychology. Let's see. How was Dekker... How did Dekker like to interfere? We gotta match the syntax perfectly, I think. Did Dekker like to interfere?
I'm not sure how this therapy thing works, but if you're talking to a guy who wants to jump off a cliff, don't tell him to jump.
Do you want to jump off a cliff? Some of the faces they give us in this is
It's just an example. I'm not a guy. I don't want to jump off a cliff.
How did Dekker push you? He's been doing that to all his patients, apparently. His ethics are in the toilet.
I just felt like I had some kind of special power, and part of me wanted to use it. And he urged me to do that. I don't want to say any more about it, not now.
Okay, but I am going to ask about it. What special power does she think she has, besides really good swimming skills?
I'm a shape-shifting vampire werewolf. I said I didn't want to talk about it. What is it you're thinking about when you're not listening to me?
Apparently the male gaze. Jeez. Her eyes are up there. Have you been dancing? Yeah, go back to the original here.
I've danced around in my living room, but no clubs since last time.
Okay.
I like dancing around in my underwear. Sometimes less.
Very popular on TikTok. I'm sure she is. You like dancing in your underwear.
Doctor, I don't think our relationship has got to that point yet.
Oy, 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 oy. Let's be careful about this. Let's see. All right, her intimate secrets. She mentioned about that. Let's see. What are your intimate secrets? Oh, tell me about the dream. That's where it matches. Okay, were you seeing Dekker often? Let's try to hit it from another angle.
People are quick to put labels on everything. I suppose Dr. Dekker was more than just a therapist to me. We had a lot of things in common, but we weren't seeing each other.
Are you seeing someone now?
I'm not seeing anyone at the moment. Are you offering, Doctor?
Oh, hell no. That's an ethical breach and a half. I know I'm not offering.
It sounded like an offer to me, Doctor.
Why do you ask if your hair is pretty? Yeah, we're jumping everywhere.
I'm insecure, Doctor. Isn't it obvious?
Well, yes. We're trying to get to the root of why you're insecure. Am I trying to solve a mystery or actually see these solve their problems? Probably both. Okay.
People are quick to put labels on everything. I suppose Dr. Dekker was more than just a therapist to me. We had a lot of things in common, but we weren't seeing each other.
Okay, maybe what did you have in common?
Sorry, say...
Nope. Also, remember that last one when she said she was cold in the I don't understand what you're saying? But sometimes what happens is when you just don't say something it doesn't recognize, it gives you one of these rote ones. But sometimes they mean something.
It's a bit chilly in here. The leather's not warm either.
Jaya, turn up the heat. I don't want to hear about the expense. Good grief. What is she for other than being really creepy, apparently? Okay, so we're still looking at 1 star there with Dekker. How are you today? It's still got way too many points on it.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and no blackouts. New doctor and new hope. You're much better behaved than Dr. Dekker.
Okay. New doctor, new hope. New hope.
A hope for a cure, of course.
What type of cure?
I want to stop having blackouts. I want to be able to remember. I want you to fix me.
Vulnerable. Still got a lot more going here. Fix you. Okay, blackouts. Already talked about that. Remember. Remember, Jim.
Clueless.
Probably not. Anyways, let's see. Not ugly, highly persuasive. Tell me about Dekker. It's the most beautiful thing. Still looks like we're missing things. Tell me about the dream. Were you seeing Dekker often?
People are quick to put labels on everything.
Labels?
I suppose Dr. Dekker was more than just a therapist to me. We had a lot of things in common, but we weren't seeing each other.
Okay, a lot of things in common.
I don't know.
Sigh. Labels. How are you today? Ugh, it's coming back.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and...
Have there been no blackouts? Apparently I'm missing something relatively obvious. May have to do some hunting and pecking. That will take a little time. This episode's unfortunately running a bit long at the moment. So give me a second. So speaking of cross-reference, I recalled with Elin is that she said she wasn't looking for love previously. So, thought you weren't looking for love.
I didn't lie. I'm really not interested in dating anyone. I just went out with Max as a favour for a friend.
Let's see if
like I said, it wasn't anything serious.
Let's ask who the friend was. What favor? In the British spelling, of course.
I don't really have any...
What friend?
I think we've got a bit off track.
God damn it, is that supposed to be a hint here? How can you... I've been trying to say this message for some time here. Yeah, I'm using hints, unfortunately. We do need to move this along. It's getting a bit long.
I can sense it, you know? It's like when you're outside and there's a sudden change in the light or the air feels different and you know it's going to rain. It's like that. I always know when one of my patients is fading, even before the doctors know. Their energy changes.
Someone...
It sounds silly when I put it into words. I sound like my mum.
Well, that is kind of funny. She is actually talking kind of new age stuff about energies and auras and death as an energetic event and being able to sense the future and all that. And so she's sounding like her mom, which means that she's probably inherited psychic gifts if we're going to go along with that. I mean, we already know time loops exist and we've got no idea how many of our patients actually are expressing, paranormal abilities. But again, we're getting to the point where I think I need to cut this off. So, about the 45-minute mark as far as I can tell. So we're going to go back next time and start trying to clean up some of these cross references. But first, we've got to do Jaya and Nathan. So I guess that's next time. Jaya, Nathan, and then the cleanup plus epilogue of the before we move on to the next series. Not sure how I'll break that up. It depends on how much time Nathan and Jaya take. I mean, Elin and Marianna here have taken a lot longer than I thought they would. And if worse comes to worse, I will look up a hint guide to see if I can get everything to be green, because some of these questions are a little weird. Like, I've got no idea where the button one came up. That one I did have to look up. I was like, okay, why the hell did she mention buttons? The game is great, but kind of wish that it was a little easier to track sometimes. But in any case, if you like this, like, share, subscribe, and if you really like it, down below there are links to the Gumroad payment platform now, which $1 will give you bonus material and $2 will give you early access. Now, as I pointed out before, I've already passed the 150 mark, for I will be doing the Lust from Beyond, the trailer for the Lovecraftian erotic thriller. If I get to 200, which I'm at 160 right now, I will do the entire game when it comes out. I can't promise when that is, because the game hasn't actually released, and we are in the middle of both the global pandemic and civil uprisings, which can play hell with the scheduling. But I will do my damnedest if they do. And next session, we're going to be training back to Nathan, who hopefully won't get us stuck in another time loop again, and Jaya, to see what the hell my creepy assistant is doing. I really wonder if maybe... I'm guessing that Dekker complained about the coffee and she stabbed him to death. That's my current theory. Anyway, see you next time.